You know it's bad when the people whose job it is to turn back on the lights are themselves working in the dark. This was the situation as power lines sent off sparks right outside the electric company's own office in Secaucus, New Jersey. Inside, Operations Supervisor Devon Shelton fights against the storm to keep power flowing to over 500,000 customers in his division.
There's people in the car. They're actually down in the road on the center dividers.
His job, directing emergency electrical crews. In his 29 years with Public Service Electric and Gas, PSE&G, this is the biggest disaster he's ever dealt with.
Stop what he's doing, de-energize the station, and get him out before he can't get out.
PSE&G gave the Wall Street Journal extraordinary access to Shelton
What tripped out?
and this storm command center during a night full of surprises.
Tell him to evacuate the building and we'll get down there when we can.
5 p.m. Monday, the eye of Sandy still hours from the coastline. Sensors at electrical substations are sounding off alarms. Wires down, switches malfunctioning.
Right now things are getting pretty severe. We're getting a lot of operations. You can hear the alarms going off.
Most alerts are ignored, just too many to respond to.
Wait a minute, is King out there on that job yet?
Shelton's hands are tied. It's not safe for workers to repair down lines during the storm. But he can try to fix switches and substations, and that's where he faces his toughest decisions.
This is one of our switching stations that's flooded.
On whether to de-energize an electrical substation to protect the equipment.
What does that mean when you de-energize a station? What does that mean for the customers?
They're going to be out of power. Cut out the transformer breakers, have them do that. So anyone that's supplied by that station is going to lose power. To have to de-energize a circuit, that's a tough decision.
Shelton knows the human impact of power outages. He takes calls from his wife at home, who's sick with cancer. She tells him the power's out and the generator he bought isn't working.
No, my daughter was, trying to get it started, so, I worry about them, with my wife and her health.
By 7 p.m., 85,000 customers in his division out of 537,000 are without power.
Join the conference.
On a company-wide conference call, the news everywhere is grim.
In terms of plant damage, we've got 9 sub-transmission circuits out, 0 restored.
But Shelton's biggest concern now is keeping workers safe. Some are still in the field trying to keep key switches and substations operating. Low-lying ones are flooding with seawater.
Get out of the station now, and then call me when you get out.
A technician is stranded in a substation that's quickly filling with water.
It's coming in the control room now, the main control room.
Devon sends a rescue vehicle.
All right, I got a troubleshooter coming down there.
Ultimately, the worker gets out safely.
Jerome's out of South Waterfront. Okay.
Rescue complete, but Shelton is becoming powerless to help customers. By the end of the night, statewide, over 1 million of PSE&G's customers out of a total of 2.2 million have no power, mostly due to flooding.
Now, we're sitting around unable to do things, and it's just, this is not what we do.
For Shelton, things get even worse around midnight. The computers go down. It's game over.
We can't track our men in the field. We're basically like flying blind here, just relying on the phone calls that the guys that are out can give us. I have never seen anything that bad.
The next day, the district station begins restoring their section of the grid.
How do you decide where to begin?
Well, we decide with our sources first. We start at our main source, like our switching stations. We can get those back, then we can work our way out.
PSE&G says it has 1,300 people working on the power lines. By Wednesday evening, the company says 45% of customers have had their power restored.
Every day it's probably going to be 16 plus hours a day, and just working on trying to get back everybody that we can. Let me talk to ESOC.
Jason Bellini, The Wall Street Journal, Secaucus, New Jersey.
I could be dragging you out of here by your braid.